Hey, final thing that I was able to do over the weekend was I went to a guppy show. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, just think of a dog show, but for fish, and specifically for guppies. I, Me and my family have always been into showing animals. We never did dogs, but we did pigeons and did rabbits, and so it's kind of been something fun that I've always done with my dad. And this last weekend, we've been part of the Utah Guppy Club for a long time, wanting to put some fish in the show, but for various reasons we've never been able to. Either the fish weren't big enough, or we were out of town, or whatever. And it was really fun. So we got the opportunity to actually show some fish, and spent the whole day there doing that, which was super fun. We've been part of the club for a while and been wanting to do it, so that was nice. So my dad entered in some green deltas, half black and non, and just American greens. And he took first of the novice division, because it's our first time showing, so we got to enter the novice division. So we didn't have to compete against the guys that have been breeding guppies for like 30 years, specifically for shows, which was nice. And then I entered in a swordtail. After entering in, found out that my swordtail guppies are extremely small and need to breed them to be bigger, because one of the biggest things with guppies is that a lot of the point value system for how they're judged is based on how big they are. I know lots of people nowadays are wanting nano guppies, small ones that can fit in like a 2-gallon tank, or fit a lot of them in a 10-gallon tank, but guppies, the whole goal is to make them as big as possible and then as pretty as possible. So even though I was the only one in novice that submitted a swordtail guppy, so I won the whole section also for that. Did find out that if I ever want to compete with the big boys, I got to get my fish a lot bigger. And so I'll probably be out looking for some bigger fish to breed into mine to make them bigger, so I can be competitive that way. But yeah, it was super fun. We got to be observers for showing, which is kind of an interesting concept. So obviously with any type of show for any animal, whether it's fish or dogs or anything, you have to be like certified that you can actually are knowledgeable about the requirements or the ideal look of that fish. And so with that, we part of that training is you have to observe so many fish being judged before you can start taking like the tests and go further and become a junior judge and then an actual judge. And so we started that process, which is fun. I don't know if I'll ever judge the fish actually, but it was fun to do that process. I got to hear the judges talk about and bicker about which fish looks better and why this one's better and that one's not, how the point system works, and going all out into that, which was awesome. Helped us learn so much about how to improve our fish, but that was super unique in that aspect. And then afterwards they had a fun time where we just got together and talked and got to know each other better, which was fun. But that was a fun day. I hadn't done that with my dad in a really long time, so that was super special in that aspect. The next day they had a fish auction, but I had, of all the fish that most people, when they send their fish to the show, they don't want to spend the money to have it shipped back to them, and so they just sell it in an auction at the end. And so the club uses it as a fundraiser to help pay for future shows and events. So we didn't get to stay and do that, which one of my favorite things is to go to a fish auction, because I have a really, really bad self-control when it comes to fish, and I can't help but buying fish. So we missed out on that part, but it was definitely way fun. We definitely enjoyed that, and seeing some of the like cool colors and finding out why certain colors are called what, or where they came from, or how to breed them. And there's a few seminars that were really cool. There's one that was given by a veterinarian about how to diagnose fish with what sicknesses they have and how to treat them. A different one was on how to breed fish to make them look how you want them to, and so that was fun too. Learned one thing that, like, with delta tails, or so like the big fan tails that everybody sees when they go buy a guppy in the pet store, that big fan tail that guppies have, originated from one major thing, that the two sword, that the I don't know if you know about this, but there's guppies that are called double sword tails, so they have a sword on the bottom and on the top. And so a delta tail is just those two swords over time were bred to the point where they filled in the hole in between the two swords until you got that delta tail. And so one of the concepts is you want to make sure that you're selecting fish that have really long original swords so that the rest of the tail can fill in and have a nice, pretty big tail, which was interesting because I didn't know that's where that originated from. So that was kind of cool to learn about that at seminar, which, yeah, even if you're not going to go and show fish, even though I definitely suggest you do it, it's way fun. Regardless of how serious you are about it, it's just a fun environment to be around. Got to learn a lot about how to judge fish, how to improve the guppies to look how competition style is. But yeah, it's just fun all the way around. And just want to talk about it a little bit today. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that too.